يا رزاق يا عليم يا عليم يا عليم وبك نستعين. اللهم ربنا ربي زدنا علما. اللهم ربنا اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. Surah Maryam, verse number 72, page number 310. For those who cannot read the Quran, please recite with me what I'm reading in the Quran. Okay? We learn how to read slowly. Inshallah, one day you can read it well. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
ثم ننجي الذين اتقوا ونذر الظالمين فيها جثيا. وإذا تتلى عليهم آياتنا بينات قال الذين كفروا للذين آمنوا أي الفريقين خير مقاما وأحسن نديا. وكم أهلكنا قبلهم من قرن هم أحسن أثاثا ورئيا. Okay. This verse is about the day after, on the judgment day, the day of Mahshar, the day of judgment, to judge what good deeds that you do or the evil things that you do. ثم ننجي الذين اتقوا. Then we will save الذين اتقوا. ثم, then we ننجي, we will save الذين, those الذين اتقوا, those who fear Allah, who is taqwa, those who do taqwa. In Arabic it is stated as taqwa. Taqwa in English is fear Allah, devout to Allah, D-E-V-O-U-T, devout, guarded or guarded. Ya tauhid. Taqwa means, taqwa, that is the simplest way to understand. Taqwa means you fear God Almighty. Why do you fear? Because you know. You cannot fear something if you don't know that something is going to hurt you. Let's say, if you don't know about the tiger in the forest, you haven't seen the tiger, nobody told you about the tiger, so you don't know about the tiger. Are you afraid of the tiger? No, because you don't know about the tiger. But if you know about the tiger, you have seen pictures of it, you have seen it in zoos, you see documentaries about man-eaters and everything. So you will learn to fear the tiger, or the lion, or the elephants, or rhinoceros or something, or anything else. So, Alladhina taqaw, those who fear Allah. That means those who know about Allah. Those who know about paradise and hell. Those who know about the judgment day. If you don't know about the judgment day, then you are not afraid of the day after. Very simple. Taqwa means fear. Fear means, why do you fear? Because you know. What do you know? You know about the Tafsir Surah and the Hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That means rules and regulations stated by Allah in the Quran, and rules and regulations stated in the Hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So if you don't learn the Tafsir, you don't learn the Hadith, you will not fear Allah. You will not fear the day after. Just like all the non-Muslim, non-believers, don't fear hell. Because they don't know about hell. They don't know about the judgment day. They don't know that they will be resurrected on the day after. See? So taqwa means those who guard, those who fear Allah, those who are devout to Allah, devout to Allah. Taqwa. That means taqwa means those who know about rules and regulations, promises from Allah Ta'ala in the Quran, promises from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the Hadith. So if you don't learn, that means you don't know. That means if you don't know, you don't fear. Okay? As I told you before, hell, everybody talk about hell means fire. Yes, it is fire. So what actually is hell? Hellfire means the torment or the torture in hell. Okay. Hell were created before the creation of jinn, before the creation of man. Paradise, the 8 types of paradise, and there are 7 types of hell, were created before the creation of jinn. After the creation of jinn, then only Allah created man, Adam, starting with Adam. So hell is already being created. It exists before, then, now, and for the future. It has existed already. It is there already. So is paradise, the 7th paradise. It is there already. Okay? So what is hell? According to the hadith, there are many narrations of hadith, authentic hadith. We are talking about authentic hadith. Authentic hadith. Hell is a place whereby it was heated for 1,000 years. It was heated for 1,000 years when it was created. The first time, it was heated for 1,000 years. And the red color turns the color turns red. And then it was heated again for another 1,000 years. So the color becomes blue in color. And then it was heated again for another 1,000 years. The fire in hell, the color becomes black in color. It is not red in color. It is not bluish in color. It is black in color. And the whole, according to the hadith, if there is a small hole, a pinhead, that can make the fire, the heat or the fire from hell can go out. It will destroy the 7 heavens, including earth, into dust. That means the whole thing, the whole hell is enclosed. It is just like boiler. Those who know about physics will know about boilers, whereby these boilers, they heat the water in the boiler for a certain number of days. Let's say the volume of water is about 100 tons. 100 tons of water heated. The water will boil at 100 degrees Celsius. But since it is enclosed, the water does not boil at 100 degrees Celsius. And the pressure inside the water, inside the boiler will increase. I was told at Petronas, the boiler for making electricity, they boil the water for 100 tons for 14 days. And the heat of the water becomes at 700 degrees Celsius. But the water does not boil yet, because the pressure inside the boiler is about 50 atmospheric pressure. 50 atmospheric pressure. It does not boil yet. So there's a let's say a tap there, whereby they open the tap, so the water goes out, and immediately it turns into vapor, immediately, and it flows very fast, and it turns the turbine that makes electricity. So 700 degrees Celsius at 50 atmospheric pressure, does not boil the water yet because the amount of pressure. Now we are talking about hell. Hell was heated for 1,000 years. The color of fire becomes red in color. Then heated for another 1,000 years, the color becomes bluish. Then heated for another 1,000 years, the color of fire, of hellfire, is black in color. I don't know the atmospheric pressure, but this is in the hadith. So those who are going to be in hell, that is the normal atmospheric condition. Normal atmospheric condition in hell. It is not the torment, the torture in hell yet. The water itself is at the feet of the, is at the feet, at your feet. The water is at your feet. You are standing on that water. And the gust of heated air will definitely burn your skin, will destroy you. But those who are going to be in hell, they won't die. They won't die anymore. So the body of the person to be put in hell will be upgraded. That means your heart will be upgraded so that you won't die from heart attack. This is just a portion of the simple explanation. So the face of those inside the inside hell will be black in color. The face becomes black in color because of the heat. And then those in hell would be clothed by a type of tar, just like simple like our tar here now, whereby we make ropes and everything. So the cloth is made from tar, which will boil, which will heat your skin. The skin itself, the skin of the face, the skin on the face, according to the hadith, is about 40 arm length. 1 arm length is about 1.5 feet. So 40, that means 60 feet thick. The body itself is huge, about 100 feet high. The person, 100 feet high. More than that maybe. And yet the skin would peel off because of the heat. That is part of hell. I won't tell you all now because we are, as we continue this tafsir, there are more verses about it. There are more verses about it, so I will explain it. ثُمَّ نَجِّ الَّذِينَ اتَّقَوْا. Then we will save those who are righteous, those who fear Allah. those who guard themselves against doing shirk to Allah, those who believe in Tawheed, the oneness of Allah. وَنَذَرُ الظَّالِمِينَ فِيهَا جِثِيًّا. Then we will leave the wrongdoers, those who did wrong, of zalimin. Of zalimin means those who do shirk to Allah, those who do bid'ah to the Sunnah Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, those who do extraordinary sin, and of course other sins. So al-zalimin, the word itself of zalimin means those who do shirk to Allah, those who do bid'ah to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Those who do shirk to Allah or do bid'ah to Sunnah Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam will be permanently in hell. But those who do sins like zina or adultery or lie or cheat or steal money or something, do corruption, these type of people will be in hell, but can go out from hell after some time in hell, maybe about 1 million, 2 million years, maybe. One million years is small in comparison to permanently in hell. The duration of hell stated in the Quran and the Hadith is as long as there were heavens and earth being created, as long as that. So if you say that the stars, the galaxies, the earth is about 10,000 billion years, 10 billion years old. So maybe in hell is about 10 billion years. وَنَذَرُ الظَّالِمِينَ فِيهَا جِثِيًّا. And then we will leave the al-zalimin, those who do shirk to Allah, those who do bid'ah to Rasulullah, to Sunnah Rasulullah sallallahu permanently in hell. But those Muslims, that their Tawheed is correct, their Sunnah is correct, except they have sinned. Ambil gambar. Ambil gambar. So we will leave the al-zalimin. Sekarang belajar lagi. One of the zalimin, when we leave, we will leave the wrongdoers, those who do shirk to Allah, bid'ah to Rasulullah, Sunnah Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, permanently in hell. But those wrongdoers whose Tawheed is righteous, whose Sunnah is righteous also, but they have sinned. They cheat, they lie, they do adultery, they do zina, they do gambling, liquor drinking will be in hell. Maybe sometime. And we will learn this verse in the Quran, whereby these people will be taken out from hell. In hell, Yithiya on their knees. A person, when he acknowledged that he did something wrong, many will place themselves on their knees. Why? Seeking for forgiveness. So in hell also, they will be placed in hell on their knees. That means willing to accept every type of common torture that will be placed to them. Because this verse is about after Judgment Day. After Judgment Day, that person will be in hell or in paradise. Okay? So those who fear Allah, because they know about Allah, they know about heaven, they know about hell, they know about Judgment Day, they know about shirk, they know about sunnah, will be placed in paradise. But Allah will leave the wrongdoers. There are two types of wrongdoers. One is the non-Muslim or kafir that do shirk to Allah or bid'ah to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, including those Muslims that believe that they are the righteous Muslim because they pray, they do salat, they do fasting during Ramadan, they do the Hajj, the Umrah, and yet they do shirk to Allah or bid'ah to Sunnah Rasulullah, will be placed permanently in hell together with the non-believers together, because they are also non-believers, disqualified to become a Muslim. But those Muslims who follow Tawheed, that does not do even one shirk, and those who do Sunnah, don't do any bid'ah, and yet they have other sins, will be in hell for some time, maybe 1 million, 2 million, 3 million years, then go out to be in paradise. وَإِذَا تُتْلَى عَلَيْهِمْ آيَاتُنَا بَيِّنَاتٍ. This verse, why they become like this? Why do they go to hell? Why? Because وَإِذَا تُتْلَى عَلَيْهِمْ, because of this verse. وَإِذَا تُتْلَى عَلَيْهِمْ, and when we read unto them ayatuna, my verses in the Quran, bayyinatin, with all clarity. I give you an example. Let's say I'm teaching in Tafsir, telling you about Tawheed, about Shirk, about Sunnah, about Bid'ah. And there are many types of, many verses also about Fiqh. And then the explanation of it will be from Hadith. I will give you only a portion of Hadith because I do Tafsir. So there is another ulama who will be teaching a hadith. And there are other ulama who do fiqh, who teaches fiqh. And there are those mujahid, those da'i Allah, those who pray, those who preach people to Tawheed and Sunnah. There are many types, there are many versions of them. Those who talk, those who preach, those who, like now, those who do video clips, those who do writings, simple writings, those who write books, those who write books. And all this are telling you all one thing, Tawheed and Shirk, Sunnah and Bid'ah, fiqh, and every type of, everything about Islam will be taught to you. If you study, so all the verses in the Quran will be in clarity. Will be in clarity, clear, you know what is right, what is wrong. Ayat, وَإِذَا تُتْلَى عَلَيْهِمْ آيَاتُنَا بَيِّنَاتٍ, when we read unto them our verses, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah Almighty, doesn't read the Quran to you. So who read the Quran to you? The ulama will read the Quran to you. The da'i, the muballigh will read the Quran to you. That means Allah is reciting the Quran to you. Okay? وَإِذَا تُتْلَى عَلَيْهِمْ, and when we read unto them آيَاتُنَا بَيِّنَاتٍ, our verses in the Quran, بَيِّنَاتٍ, with all clarity, قَالَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا, then the disbelievers say, لِلَّذِينَ آمَنُوا, to the believers, to the Muslims, أَيُّ الْفَرِيقَيْنِ خَيْرٌ, which of the two groups, خَيْرٌ, better, مَقَامًا, its place, وَأَحْسَنُ نَدِيًّا, and who is better in assembly or in council or in a meeting. Right now, these are two different things. So the non-believers, they have good position in the world. So their place will be, their houses will be very beautiful, up to date, superior to others. And then there is another group, and then that person also, that same group, are in better assembly, in a better council. So if you see the billionaires, the non-Muslim billionaires, you see their housing are very beautiful. Their meeting, the casual meeting between them is in a good place, you know. in comparison to our assembly here now. Very simple, very humble, sitting on the floor. Okay. So the disbelievers say to the believers, which of the two group is better in their housing or their assembly? They are talking that they are better in their housing, their position, their place of stay, their place of meeting are superior to us. So they say, which is better? So they are, what you say, they are using this materialistic argumentation. Since they are rich, they have better housing, better council, better assembly, better place to meet. Then they are more righteous. No, these people, if you see, these people, they cheat a lot of people. The poor, you know, they earn billions and then at the expense of the poor. Even the non-Muslim also the same, at the expense of the poor. You see, in America, there are billionaires. Their meeting will be, their houses, their meetings are very, very good to see. But there are those in America who doesn't have even a dwelling. And yet these billionaires will give money, billions of dollars to the poor, and yet the poor is still poor. See? Because they give only food. Verse number 74. وَكَمْ أَهْلَكْنَا قَبْلَهُمْ مِنْ قَرْنٍ. But how many countless generations that we have destroyed, that we have do azab. That means do azab, whereby they all died already. Like the people of Noah, alayhi salam, people of Samud, people of An, who died already. Qablahum, before them. What does it mean before them? Quran is for the Arab Quraysh. Quran is for the Quraysh. For the Quraysh, not for normal Arabs. So Quraysh means those who deviate from the teachings of Abraham alayhi salam in Mecca. So Qablahum means before them, that means before the Arabs of Mecca. Min qarnin, from countless generations of people, whom that they ahsanu asadan, they are better in assets, wariya, and better in outlook. That means these people have their own civilization that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have destroyed them because of shirk. Because because of shirk. Worship other than Allah Ta'ala. Before I come to this class, I see from YouTube the civilization and the downfall of Assyrian. They just tell that this city were left abandoned. The people died. Nobody lived there anymore. But there are nothing about Tawheed, about worshipping other than Allah Ta'ala. That's why they perished. Now we have the Pharaoh or Pharaoh in Egypt, whereby there's a subject called Egyptology, whereby they can become professors, doctors by learning. But nobody is learning about why the Pharaoh, the civilization of Pharaoh, suddenly disappeared. Then they are talking about in Cambodia, civilization in Cambodia that died, perished. Civilization of the civilization of Mayans in South America. Nobody is talking about God. Nobody is talking about God. How they deviate from the teachings of Allah. Nobody is talking about that. Everybody is appreciating about the sculptures that they do, their paintings that they do, the priceless jewelry or anything that they have, and all appreciate about this civilization that has died. Why? Nobody knows about why it died. Then will be excuses and theories upon theories why they died. The civilization perished. The simple answer is very simple. Yes, there is the Tawheed. The oneness of Allah they had forgotten and they become astray. That's why their civilization will perish. And now we have our own civilization. But if we were to do the same thing, then we will perish also. Kul, tell to all people, man kana fi dhalala, any man that becomes astray from the right path, that means their tawheed is wrong because they do shirk to Allah. Their sunnah, their ibadah is wrong. Why? Because they don't follow the sunnah, they follow bid'ah. But a very simple example. The Jews must pray 3 times per day. Must pray 3 times per day. But we rarely see the Jews pray. Pray salat. The Christians must pray 3 times per day. And the Christian does not do the salat. It is in the teaching of Jesus Christ. See? They don't pray anymore. They just do the dua only. Praises to Allah is limited, but praises to Jesus Christ are more. See? So say, say to all people, man kana fi dhalalah. For those who were astray from the right path, فَلْيَمْدُدْ لَهُ الرَّحْمَنُ مَدًّا. Then the most gracious of Rahman, the most gracious, the most merciful, all gracious, most fortunate, will extend your life. Madda. فَلْيَمْدُدْ لَهُ الرَّحْمَنُ